and sold their possessions and good and parted them as to all men, as every man had need. And they continued daily with one accord in the temple, breaking bread from house to house, did eat their meat with gladness. With what? Gladness. With what? And singleness of. Yeah, now if somebody just come to church now and say, I bought this fish roll. Is that fish roll? Yeah. Fish pie. Which one? Fish roll. Fish roll. So I brought this fish roll for you. Say thank you. Say thank you for the fish roll. I said, I will take it at home. And the fellow might never take it. And the fellow will not be wrong for not taking it. Are you what I'm saying now? Yes, because you can take that fish roll and not know when you empty your account. The problem is the quality of Christians that we have raised. And what we have unconsciously defined as yardstick for raising people, for rating people. Okay? I just hope our faith doesn't get to the point that it is your offering that determines where you sit. It now looks like the closest way to get close to the seat of Jesus is to find this money anyhow, have it. People should be able to come to church at their level and grow. While everyone keep looking out for one another. That if I observe that this brother has been wearing the same shirt for 2 weeks, I don't have to ask. I can package 3 shirts. That's right. Because you can say yes and yes to all the things I'm teaching. But when was the last time that God led you to give someone transport? When was the last time? There's a practice we try to run, which we're going to continue. And that's to bring up someone amongst us every now and then and ask the church to give to the person. Every time we have done that, what the church gives to that person, most times, is like times 3 or times 4 of the offering and tithe. But that's church. And we have never called anyone behind and say, hey, would they watch you? That we can come to church and show. Maybe just say, young chap, why are you not in school? Say, well, I'm trusting God for admission. Say, where? Say, so and so school. Go and check for the prices of private universities in Abuja. I can carry it. How much is it? 1.something million. So you can be close and be attending church and growing. That's the purpose of money. And I'll tell you this. We must not be under pressure to blow our own trumpet. But there's nothing I'm teaching you that I'm not doing. There's nothing. There's nothing. Okay? We must not be under pressure. As long as the gap between people in societal strata is wide, there will be chaos. So, developed nations make attempts to bridge the gap between the lower class and the middle class. The church should not be careless in making that attempt. For instance, according to biblical recommendations, there are people that should be on salary in churches. Widows. One of the reasons for the suspicion in church is inequality. The mathematics is not matching. If I teach you giving, the proof that I understand it is not in my teaching, it's in my practice. If I teach you honor, the proof that I understand it is not in expecting it, it's in my doing. I'm looking at you guys now, instrumentalists. I don't know, you guys still trust me and say we follow you. But the truth is, through their lives, people will learn that the church works. Listen, nobody hates meal. People are speaking from the standpoint of the fact that the church they know doesn't work for people. Before you will prove that it can work again, you will first be bashed. Because when you speak, you remind them of oppression. Yes, sir. That's why you can't take it to heart. See, let me tell you something. That was my life. One time, years back, I will not mention which woman. All right, a woman called me. Somebody in my family. Talk, bash. It was raining, curses. I kept quiet. When she was done, I said, the reason why you are talking like this is because you don't know how much I love you. I said, you heard me. I said, you don't know how much I love you and your children. I said, you are afraid of me. Because you know the hand of God is on my life. You think when God lifts me, I will fight your children. I said, no, they are my own. She went back to church the following day, the weekend, and came out for altar call. When people speak, they are speaking from something. No. Don't carry it on your head that they hate us. Nobody. There is a generation fighting everything that looks like oppression. If the church looks like it, the church will be fought. So, even Apostle Lazarus, before you will make your point, it will take years. Listen to what I'm saying. It is not just in doctrine, but in practice. See, teach what you want to teach. They are watching you. Let me share a story with you. A few years back, all right, people were reaching out to us and they will put in the comment section of our video, up the salary of your guys, up the video guys, up their salary. I called them. I said, they are saying online we should up your salaries. I said, but I won't, lest you become entitled. But if you become broke, leave me. Build structures for them and endorsed it. Millions rolled in. Millions. Help came. Okay? We have a duty. An allegation is laid on all of us that we are thieves. An allegation is laid on all of us that we're a center of inequality. We have the duty to show that things have changed. And that happens not just by pulling down, but by building up, by how we treat ourselves. You'll be amazed. There are different calibers of people seated in church from different offices, but you will know. But that's how we ought to be. Like people are saying, do you know who I am on the street? Not in church. As a matter of fact, the blueprint and the template for pastoring is that you don't even know who is the pastor and who are the members. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because the sheep, the shepherd, to be a true shepherd, must smell like the sheep. If you have learned the idea of church that gives you the impression that you are bigger or better than people, and see them as subject and you as the Lord, in the next coming move of God, you will be irrelevant. There's a move coming. And I understand my role. So, I understand it. The Bible said the sons of Issachar understood times and seasons. And their brethren were at their command. There's a move coming. And it's not just in Nigeria. There's a generation of young people asking questions. Is it true that statistics shows about 70% of Nigeria's population? 70%. So we are really in the season of a major generational shift. That is what is happening. I'd recommend anyone that wants to understand the relevance in next coming season, read my book, A Crowd That Wants Small Things. You will be shocked at the level of wisdom you'll find in that book. You'll be shocked to see the solutions for this continent in that book. You'll be shocked. And I want to appeal to all of you who have decided to do life God's way. Trust Him till the end. Trust Him till the end. All of you have faith. And that's one thing that we don't understand. That questions can't be silenced for too long. Questions can be swept under carpet with intimidation. Questions can be, I think I've seen something going on around now. Rant. You see, if those things don't get expression, they become bombs. We must read the signs of the times. Something has shifted. Let me say it again. We must read the signs of what? The times. Something has shifted. And the church must not be the last to wake up. We must. We must read it. Pastors should not be the last to wake up. So, people have questions from the Bible that they know they can't ask in their churches because they know their pastor doesn't know the answer. People have learned over the years that if you give, it will be given back to you. Good measures, shaken together, pressed down over, men will give to your bosom. And it's looking like that statement is not automatic. You must have plans for your life. If you go out, because it starts looking like Ananias and Sapphira